way to the octagon. This is the first time in his UFC career he has worked his way to the main card. He has strung together some wins. Looking at the rankings, and this guy appears like he belongs. A lot more eyeballs on him tonight. The audience is bigger. His popularity has grown leaps and bounds. We'll see if he can handle that pressure and perform the way he has that led to this main card slot here tonight. So much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Bill. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Marlon Chico Vera!
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, round one underway here. This will be his first fight on the main card, so that bears watching here tonight. There's no denying just how successful he's been on the prelims, but now on the main card for the first time, undeniably the highest profile opponent and the best fighter he will have ever faced. We'll see if he can get off to a good start tonight. I mean, can you imagine having a reach advantage like this? What a luxury!
It's a luxury. I've never had one over the course of my entire career. But fighting guys that are taller, you struggle whenever they are very aware of such a massive advantage. This guy is going to try and use this tonight.
Marlon Vera going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there. That's how you block a strike. Both guys appear to land there. Well, it didn't take him long to get a good read on his opponent. Another good series of kicks there.
He thought the kicks would be the key tonight, and they sure have been. Oh, high kick.
2 minutes have expired in our opening round. Nice straight punch there.
Beautiful strike. It's so clear that the guy that's going forward is the guy that's successful. Jeez, you can hear that.
Able to check that kick as well. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working. Huge knee land.
A little single collar tie there.
Oh, he separates from the clinch.
Nice body kick there. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. All right, there it is, another strike targeting that damaged area on the body. Is this a game plan thing, or perhaps try to set something up high later?
Well, I think it's all.
How about the accuracy to land right there? His opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Huge left hand.
Oh, that's big.
Oh. Massive left hand. Final seconds of round one. Second round, straight ahead. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round as they attend to that pretty nasty cut in his eye area.
You got to lock in defensively, man. You cannot be out there just fighting. His opponent is too high level to try to fight him with his ego. Now he's dealing with a nasty cut over his eye. Why do you need another thing to manage when you already got one of the best fighters in the world in front of you?
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 underway. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times when they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking groove.
I mean, and stringing them together so effectively, never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defenses.
Block that kick to the body. All right, so the redness is omnipresent now. He has absorbed a whole lot of body strikes. Pretty good poker face, but I'm not sure how many more of these he wants to take.
No, he doesn't. He needs to do something different. Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
So once again, making good use of his size as he lands the knee. All right, well, he rocked him pretty good, but didn't sort of smell blood in the water, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, blood's in the water. You got to go get it. You got to go find it. Oh, again. Oh! Oh!
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round 1, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round 2. Oh, and he lands yet another flush knee. That's going to leave a mark. And again, when you're using this length as effectively as he is here, there's such a blow right there. You see, he's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt.
Oh, how about the judo toss there? Judo 101.
Big ground and pound.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop them. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now, because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Holy smokes.
Stop.
Well, DC, this is what the fans paid to come and see. Multiple knockdowns on one side in that round, and it's amazing to think that as we sit here, this fight's not over yet.
It's not over yet. There's no 3 knockdown rule like in boxing.
Right.
So as long as the guy gets up,
right,
the guy can continue to fight. It is a phenomenal fight. We knew it when the matchmakers told him that they were putting them together. Great fight, and it's truly delivering.
All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you would.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
Ready.
Third round underway. Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of... We'll see if he can finish.
Oh, my God, he's hurt. He's hurt. Oh, look at that.
All right, so there it is.
Hurt bad.
Gets back to his feet. Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Big knee to the body.
Oh, One trying to recover here. And this is why you pay to be in the building. Back and forth we go. The right hand just misses. That'll do it! Chito Vera gets the highlight he was looking for!
Oh, man.
The decision is inside the octagon. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 35 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Marlon Chito Vera!
So first main card fight for him, and one of the better performances of his UFC tenure as he celebrates there with his coaches. His team believed as the fights got bigger and the stakes got higher, his performances would get even better. That is exactly the way it played out here in this one.